716. Let's go.
It's Big Frank in the morning, Jay Cherie keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air, Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it here. Hey.
Is it wrong for BD to buy his kid food and not the others?
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Tag your friends, your people, your daddy, your baby mama, your baby daddy. Tag them all.
Well, yeah, tag them. They gonna be mad at us.
That's okay. That is okay. Tag them all.
Lord.
You just tag them because I'm excited about this conversation. I'm a little pissed off about one of our hot topics. Like, you know, I'm gonna release this anger and I'm gonna go home and take a nap before my so-called maintenance people show up today to do work.
They're not gonna show up.
They gave me plumber times today between 12 and 4. I'm like, that's some real plumber stuff. Like, we'll be there between 12 and 4. Like, part of me wants to
This
continue.
seems like they probably gonna come.
Huh?
Because they probably gonna come.
Well,
I'm gonna come today, but I'm coming in between 12 and 4 today.
We'll definitely see.
So who my glasses at? Because I need them.
Part of me wants to keep, because like I've canceled on them like 3 times because the guy downstairs is like, I need them to come because every time we take a shower it floods my apartment. I want to continue to flood his apartment. I'll be honest, like I want to take like a Respucia bath and just overfill the tub and just let the water soak into his apartment.
Yes, those not my kids. I wouldn't do this. I heard this song. I think it'd be hours. I can do this for hours. It's the same. Remember the beat so twice.
Yeah, like I just continually want, like I can't, like they tried to come 3 times this week, and I'm like, nope, I'm unavailable. Nope, I got stuff to do. Nope, I'm running errands. No. Like you're not coming.
Yeah.
Well, we can come at 3 o'clock. I specifically said
Not today.
not today.
Not today. All right.
She met. So she took it and threw it.
She threw it?
She threw it.
I appreciate it.
Is it lunch?
I don't think it would.
No, I'm just asking. Is it lunch? Like,
I don't care. That's food. It's food that I purchased my money for. To take that for my sick. You lied.
Out of bitterness, took it through it.
You lie both. I don't promote violence, but you must be sick.
You know what I'm like, Sunday? All right.
morning,
Good morning,
Carrie.
Good morning.
I don't know, you know. I was feeling That's it. It's a depends on what I feel about it. I just think about you.
Sorry, guys. I'm listening to this.
To this thing we're getting ready to discuss in a little bit. Good morning.
I'm gonna bring up this one.
Yeah.
It's got, you know what? Her anger has to be because other kids are saying something. I know that kind of anger.
No, that's just bitterness.
Yeah.
That's.
Well, it could be though.
It could be because
it happened.
it's gotta be like the root part of that has to be is like because she has to deal with that every day.
Man, please, man. Listen to me. We know, and she said he's the youngest child.
Mm-hmm.
So
he the last one to the room.
Oh yeah.
These kids been functioning. I don't know the age gap be different. They've been functioning without the boy. He has been for a while. So this ain't new territory. Let's cut that out. Now this one, y'all not together no more. I'm gonna take care of my son. I'm not gonna shut down taking care of my son because you mad. Yo, good morning. It's your boy Big Frank. You like the Big Frank in the morning. Happy birthday to myself. What it is, what's up? It's going down this morning. Cherie, King of the Dark Knight. Kevin on air. It's going down. Oh, the curtain, the veil was rent from top to bottom. Ah, yes, God. How y'all feeling today? How you moving? How
It's
you
the
breathing?
birthday boy, man. I'm hyped. That's Big Frank's birthday.
I don't want to be hyped.
What time of the birthday boy?
Grateful for the celebratory of life. Grateful for what God's doing. But birthdays consist of cake in the morning and the day continues. Okay, we're good. All right. So
I'm gonna be hyped for you.
you know,
I'm gonna be hyped. If you want to sew into Big Frank's birthday, Fire 71 Fire 716 Fire 716 radio at gmail.com for PayPal.
Life is lit, but life is different. But life is good. How y'all doing this morning though? How life treating y'all on this good old Friday?
I have just resolved that taking a nap in the afternoon is just gonna end in nothing but heartbreak.
Okay.
I didn't get to sleep until really late last night, and woke up angry.
Last night I was listen, hustle is on. I'm in the zone now. It was crazy. So I drove yesterday. Drove.
Morning, Josh.
I came home at 1 o'clock in the morning, and that's only because I'm at my goal, which is good. Number two, Uber gives you drive time. You can't exceed a certain amount of hours in a day driving.
Gotcha.
And they were like, "Listen, Doc, you got 1 hour left." I said, "I need this hour to get this." Man, made my goal. Then came home.
I didn't even know that Uber puts you on a timeout.
Because they know when you're tired, exhausted,
Right.
so you only get 10 or 11 hours.
Oh, gotcha.
So I said, I was driving. Woke up this morning, did what? Drive. That $50 spent already.
Let's go.
What I'm gonna do after I get out of here? Drive. Okay? I'm gonna drive with smoothies, okay? So definitely.
It's nice outside. You want this smoothie?
Right. This is good though. It's good. Listen, everybody at the Big Girl Chronicles about to go down this morning. Listen to me. Yo, this is a conversation where I need the men and the women to tap in, because after Big Girl Chronicles, we're getting to the question of the day about this whole McDonald's situation, and I need y'all, the world, the people, to tap into this discussion. Listen, get right back into the music, pay a few bills. It's going down right here, 5716 Big Frank in the morning. Let's go, let's get it. Good morning. Gorgeous. Yeah.
I need to say,
When you dated me, our child is the youngest child. So keep that in mind before y'all make me the villain. That means all my other kids, you right to McDonald's when we were together. My kids have to go through a transition of our breakup as well. Like, yeah, me and you broke up, but my kids gotta feel it too. So
Oh, yeah, it comes with the territory. It's a hard feeling, but it comes with it. It's a real thing. Ask me how I know.
I told you she heard it because her kids are saying so. I knew it.
No, she heard because he's no longer there, and she has to maintain this now. She's responsible because together we're building a family. So as a family, I don't mind doing that. But now that we have stopped. My responsibility now is only to the one. It's not all of them. It just isn't. Now, for whatever reason we broke up. Now let's get into that storyline. No, and what's petty is you put him on blast and not having a mature conversation with him. Listen, I'm gonna be buying Laquan McDonald's in the morning, but it's making the kids feel a little weird and off. Listen, so do me a favor, let's do this. Let's just do McDonald's one day a week. You come see us, whatever, but let's choose to do McDonald's on Friday. Friday, I get kids McDonald's, you grab it, I cash out you, and we'll work it out. There's just different ways.
How do you know she
handle
did
it.
have that conversation?
No.
Because
I'm playing advocate today.
but you can play advocate. I can tell the way you did have a conversation because you've been in your feelings, you've been mad. Because he pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
You already, I'm gonna expose him today.
Like,
Girl. Now listen.
What exposure are you? What are you doing? He's a good father. You're exposing the world that he's a good father.
All my other kids, but now you don't want to do that for them.
You don't get it.
Like, to me, that's
It's not that I don't want to.
You
I
don't
would
know.
love to,
You don't
but I'm
listen.
not doing it.
You don't know. You no longer have the rights. The fact that we are no longer together,
Yeah.
I'm only responsible for my son and not the family as a whole. Because guess what? When the next woman comes along who might be my wife, why are you still taking care of her and her kids? No, I'm taking care of my son. Let my son, my boy, my seed, my deposit, my daughter, mine.
Facts.
So if you didn't know what the question of the day was about today,
I might be doing that this thing.
it's
No, I can't because these $7 I'm spending on my son 5 days a week, that's $35. Okay, times 4, 35, 70, $140 I'm spending on my son. For food. For one time.
One time a day.
Now you want to do it. Now you want to do that 4
Four
times
times every
every
day.
day.
Just in the morning. Just for breakfast.
no, it was.
Now let's.
I think it was like dinner food or lunch food. He said burger and fries, and he's like, he does share his burger and fries or whatever.
Ooh.
Yeah. Wow. My rap albums came out. But yeah, so we get into that.
We'll definitely get into it. Because I feel like, she needs to have, I don't agree.
Why she made him feed all her kids? So he ended up doing it?
Did he?
She said, explains why she made him feed all her kids.
Well, really, I'm she explaining why she wanted him to feel kids.
Got you, okay.
I feel like she needs to have at least one person arguing her side.
No, I
don't agree.
I don't get you. I heard not. I hear you talking, but whoredom comes with
Wow.
We can't say shit.
several, more than one. Baby father. I'm just not responsible for all the children. Yesterday, the lady's kids. The question is, how old are the kids?
Right.
And where they daddy at? No. If you're gonna dig into the situation, let's talk.
We should just skip big girl combos and go right into
The real question. The real question is.
Yeah, like, what are you involved at? Where they at? What, and I don't know if it's another 3 of them, another 1 of them, another 2 of them, but where are they?
Right.
Shot, dead, gone, prison, not supporting, not doing it. Yeah, like, let's stop the conversation about it. Because you're not about to roast me for taking care of mine. You're not. You're not.
Too bad we don't have her name. We can't have her on the call. Call them to radio.
I think we're going to somewhere about Lucretia LaShonda. She can post it somewhere.
Not Lucretia LaShonda.
Because my thing is,
Wow.
then you have the question, why my son has the best gear,
Right.
why he's so fly, why he got the top tier stuff, because as for
Why
me,
he got them
because
Batman sneakers.
right, and I'm assuming because his father has on this gear,
Top tier.
whether it's his own or somebody else's,
Mm-hmm.
that's gonna cost you about, the hood prices is different. But it's not to be a brand. So I'm gonna tend to my boys. That's like if Tyra left me and went and had 2 more kids with somebody else. Say less. I got the 3.
Take care of the 3.
I got the 3. I'm gonna tend to the 3. I'll make sure the 3 good. Make sure they top 10 for the 3. Now whoever this new is, you can't. I'm not really handling your business, King. Okay, do your due diligence, huh? Sir.
This is funny.
Coming out this song.
We might as well just skip big girl combos, go right to the question.
No, I'm just keeping them out. Y'all just be ready for open discussion. I'm ready for open discussion. Try to get it where the most dramatic part. Because I'm not playing them all 5 minutes to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
It's interesting.
He should go back and pull up his clothes up. He should go and get her bathroom in her kitchen. How about that? This
Wow.
how they living. And now I'm living like this. Yo.
Why would you assume at her house?
I'm not assuming. I'm not saying you can't kids. It's not about you. It's the children. I know the children are causing a lot of the chaos. And the question is, how old are our children? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Facts. For yourself, go get you some together. MP3, MP4, you too?
Yeah.
Just pull all that, those guys out.
Like, it's
Yeah,
a problem.
yeah,
Because you really ain't got me down.
right. And you might not, and I get it, and I get the fact of it, even how it affects the kids. Okay, grab this food, and you gotta figure out a new plan. You know, like,
I didn't know what this was about. Mama put on Facebook, she's like, shoot, cut that hamburger in four.
and before, and listen, do your due diligence. Here go a sample slider. I mean,
Not a sample slider.
let that joint, listen,
Put some jelly.
grab it.
So,
Oh, yeah, that's not doing good.
it's the story. So the story is the guy only take care of his one kid,
He only brings me
but
down.
she is struggling.
You know,
She
anything
is
that's
tired.
probably going not good.
Okay. She's tired of
She
him
said
doing it,
she said he's being
or is
he's being.
she struggling? Is what I
No, she so
Then you want why
she said that
work?
she's pissed off that he's bringing McDonald's for the one kid, but not bringing McDonald's for the other 3.
Okay. So
And that is unfair.
So it had nothing to do with her financial.
We don't know.
Okay. She didn't say.
No.
But I can tell by the relationship that she at least how many her
You just pull that up.
Or she could be doing her own hair.
Which would be cool. But still, man.
No, that's not true. You get a lace front.
Pull that up.
You get a $10 lace front from the hair store and they get like $100 lace front. If you know what you do.
But you know, I just feel like
Huh?
I thought this is a better option. This is a better way.
I mean, personally, I'm sick of lace fronts because these baby hairs are getting out of control, and I am sick of baby
Just share your
hairs.
screen. You just screen
Well,
share.
shit.
Huh?
They can hear it.
Oh yeah.
Like when I tell you I'm sick of baby
She got a whole
hairs,
house though, so
sick of baby hairs. Like the joints
she ain't wrong.
that look like half an eyebrow. I'm tired.
We-
Why are taking up baby hairs are not supposed to take up your whole front of your
It's
head.
not about baby hairs anymore.
It's not really a baby.
It's not about them being baby hair. It's about reducing the forehead, and it is about just having a good swoop. This is something that came from the 1980s. This is nothing new.
Yeah, but they call it baby hairs.
She got that.
No, they just go edges. They just go edges. I shoot my edges. This camera, one camera they got me. 5716, your boy Big Frank, locked in the Big Frank in the morning. What it is, what's up? Big Frank in the morning, what it is, what's up? What's happening? Am I here?
Yeah,
Two.
you're definitely here.
All right, Big Frank in the morning, what's going on? Listen, so I don't know how we got here, but Big Girl Chronicles is where we going. BGC.
Okay, so we did decide here.
You gonna be, you just string it along. Jay Sheree.
What's good, everybody? You already know the time it is. It is Big Girl Chronicles. In this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I really just want to talk about I appreciate you. So this Big Girl Chronicles is actually devoted to my brother across the room on his birthday, Big Frank, because in a place in my life where I was really broken, Frank kind of came into my life in 2009. We became friends in 2010. And even, in my journeys to New York City to try to pursue a career that clearly I was not ready for, he stayed in contact with me. He prayed with me. He always encouraged me that I was going to do well. And even to this point in my life, Frank has always been my support. And even in a lot of our pictures, he's always standing to the right of me, which I think is hilarious. And he's always nicely positioned to the right. And even at graduation, always by my side. And so in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I just want to appreciate Big Frank and tell him that you are appreciated. Oftentimes, we have relationships with people and we never really tell them how we felt about them. We never really encourage them and tell them that we're proud of them, that, we see how hard they're going, and to let them know that their efforts are not in vain. And for my brother, I just wanted to tell you, dude, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you for opening the door for Big Girl Chronicles. I appreciate you for mentoring during this eldership time, and I appreciate you for loving me when I wasn't able to love myself. You know, you have to really evaluate the people and give the people their flowers while they're still living. And for my brother on his birthday, even though I couldn't get you what I wanted to get you, and don't think in any way this is a supplement, but this Big Girl Chronicles is for you, bro. I really appreciate you more than you know. And, you know, enough money in the world, even though I wish I had it, would not pay you to be who you've been in my life. So I just want to tell you, dude, you're appreciated, you're loved, you my homie, and I always got your back. You know, your back as well as your family's. I'm a ride or die for y'all. I prefer not to die, but I'm a ride or die for y'all always. So, you know, in this edition of Big Girl Chronicles, I just want to say you're appreciated.
No, thank you so very much. Shout out to everybody. Thank you. I appreciate it 100%. You know, we're not really good at any compliments or those accolades like that. So I received them with the grace of my birthday. God's good, you know. That's all I got. God is good. God is amazing. God is awesome. And one day we'll definitely turn up something amazing.
Listen.
Good morning, Shadette.
But my birthday is Sunday, and then we're going to do something on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Okay. It's okay, Shadette. Business kept us away yesterday.
No, facts.
So you good. No, but we get ready to get into the question of the day that has become a heated argument since we first said it. The McDonald's story, for y'all don't know.
Yeah.
The question of the day. The question of the day is because it's about the McDonald's story. So is it wrong for the BD, the baby daddy or baby mama, to buy his kid or her kid food and not other kids or clothes? Anything specific to the one kid. We'll give you the backstory of the question of the day when we get back.
It's going down Friday, so it's been in the morning. Listen, tap in, because we about to get into it. If you listen on the app, I know you're doing your work, you're doing your thing. I appreciate you. But the details of this conversation is going to be crazy behind the scenes. All right, we'll be back. This is the music. Have a good day. Don't let us disturb your Friday. It's going down Friday. Friday, so we'll radio. Big Friday in the morning. Let's go. Baby daddies, where y'all at?
Listen.
Baby fathers, where y'all at?
No, we need baby daddies, baby mamas.
Never will I ever.
Never, ever.
I just believe if we are dating and we are together, for me, he said no. I believe that then I would take a responsibility to tend to you and the family, because that is the goal. It is not my goal to break up tomorrow. It's not my goal to end this. I thought we were building a family. I thought we had a relationship. I thought we were going somewhere. So to take care of you is to take care of them. Period. I love you, so I love them. This is a chain reaction. What has happened is we produce our own in the them. Okay? Because before he was the baby father to this one, it was just y'all two and the three.
Yeah.
So y'all was going to a place, and he was flexing for you, doing for them, because I'm trying to build this. Like, you know, I'm a good man, I'm a good father, I handle mine.
Yeah.
But we are no longer connected. You are no longer my riblet. You have been a return to sender, and you're not mine. And at this cause, I am no longer obligated to tend to the three for you. Because yes, in a relationship, when we break up, yes, it's a disconnect with you. Yes, it's a disconnection with your mom and them. It's a disconnect with your kids. It hurts sometimes. Definitely. I've been there, but I can't. Me and your mama does. In fact, and then you might be, some people get grandfathered in by mistake.
You know what I'm saying? It happens all
I don't
the
even
time.
have kids with a guy, but his mama told me I can come to his house anytime. She don't care if he home or not.
So then it's like,
It happens.
like then it's not like if he didn't have a kid, he wouldn't come and show up. And ever, I'm not coming here for this, but I'm going to feed my son. Now the fact that the other one kind of fed this choice of option of food, I get the challenge. I get the difficulty. But guess what? So he says to her, then send him a different room. She said, oh, I'm not sending him a different room. Okay, solution number one, not working. Then he says, send him to the car. Oh, I'm not sending him. Well, then you don't want this. This can't be that bad for you then.
Yeah, no.
Because you're not willing to take a moment to say, listen, your dad outside, go see your dad. Y'all can talk even down the line, but this is our bonding time, and send him back in. Now the problem is, oh, where the baby go every day, you're going to have a problem because this one decides to do what he does.
Shanette said, no man is obligated to take care of another man's son, but morally speaking, there's no way I would allow my stepkids, except kids. I will never allow another child to be hungry. I will never feed another child in front of another child, knowing that they would want some.
Oh, well, definitely. Because number one, those are not his stepchildren.
Not at all.
Those are not his stepkids. This is not a relationship that is united and I'm feeding the kids.
Right.
No, this is a situation when you got 4 kids. I'm bringing my McDonald's. Okay. Now, if you don't want me to bring McDonald's, let's have a discussion. I find pleasure in going to get my boy what he likes and loves. Yeah. I'm going to go get my son what he likes and loves. And you can't say that the kid's hungry.
Right.
Miss me with all that. Because just because they had cereal don't mean they're hungry.
My biggest question that I probably won't get an answer to will always be, why is he bringing him food every day to your house? Like, is he bringing food every day?
When are you feeding your son?
Because no one is he bringing it because no one is eating and his son isn't eating, so he's bringing food to his son every day because no one is eating? Or is he just doing it just
that
because
that's
just what he wanted to do?
No. I believe that in the relationship, however long it lasted, he created the pattern of bringing in food.
Right.
Her kids prior to him wasn't getting it like this.
Right.
But his son, since the beginning, this is what we've been doing. Now that we've separated, unfortunately, the separation comes you and yours.
Right.
Now,
Why are you
this is
Yeah.
that. But
you're slowly killing
this also is
I hear y'all, but we kill the kids all the time without everything we eat.
What I'm saying is, when is she feeding her children?
And I'm not saying that she hasn't.
But
we don't know.
But your beef is, why is the other kids eating McDonald's or
why is he bringing food every day?
Your obligation as a mother is to feed your children. They live with you. There's no.
I guess
he good today. He don't really need no McDonald's. You can go there with it.
I'm saying,
like, come on now.
And my thing is, if you know that there's going to be a food deposit, let's collaborate. Let's get a Little Caesars.
Come
on.
$5.
Let's get a $5.
Can you go to Little Caesars?
Like, if you're gonna bring food every day, and I'm not, and it could be immaturity on both parts.
Right.
It could be my kid want McDonald's, I'm gonna get a McDonald's,
right.
Or it could be she's not trying to compromise. My thing is, if there's gonna be a food deposit every day, we gonna put it on this together, right. so the kids aren't affected. And I think, like I said, listening to her anger, and like I said, being an active listener. Part of it, I really do feel like, is her feeling like I have to explain this to my kids every day why they not getting something.
Because what if in a relationship she was territorial over my kids when he's trying to chastise and put this in place? He's my kid, you know. Oh, say right.
Right, and remind you, I hear it, mother. I hear you, mother.
Right, for sure.
But as a father, don't listen to me. And y'all can get mad if you want to. Those ain't mine. Those not mine. And because we don't have a relationship, I am not obligated to tend to those children. Now, if you're struggling and the house struggles and mine struggles, I don't mind helping you because it affects mine. So there's a general help, and I get it. But you're not, I'm just not. What I look like going to the old flame because I've been there for a minute and I've been taking care of the house. I've been cooking, sauteing, flipping, checking it up, doing all this. Now we got another kid we had, but we break up and we're not together. Now, let me go ahead and bring it to the church. I done found my good thing. I'm not playing with nobody else. We about to go get married, whatever. Why are you still over there
Facts.
doing what you've been doing for things that don't belong to you. Handle yours. I respect that. I'm gonna respect the fact that you can handle your children.
Yeah.
But what you doing with all we building our own over here. Let's not. So for you to say, oh, I get your perspective, yeah, explain to your kids, you make those decisions.
Yeah.
Explain to your kids.
I see it a couple ways. My biggest, another thing that is just, aching me, is he obviously ain't been doing this a long time, because if that's her youngest kid, that means that y'all was in a relationship for a good amount of time for him to be old enough to eat.
That's fact. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So the kid at least like 5.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
No, for real.
Let's
At least
be
like 5 if he is.
one.
If he eating a hamburger, if he eating a whole hamburger and fries every single day, you know what I'm saying? He at least old enough to eat all of that at one given time. So he at least 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? He ain't 2 years old. He ain't finishing it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all's in a relationship for a long time. Now I understand her frustration in that, because if he was over there being a dad to everybody, and now that 5 years later or 4 years later we broke up, and you just bring in food now you're only doing for your one kid when you was out here fathering with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I understand what her frustration would be. I don't think that is fair to him, you know what I mean, either. But at the same time, it's gonna sound bad, but I don't know. When you break up with somebody, you break up with them. You break up with them.
You do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now on the other side though, he could have if he was me, he could have been like, okay, I'm still gonna do for the kids too. You know what I'm saying? And you got and she could have got upset about him still wanting to be around for the kids and not around for her. And so then he was like, all right, well then I'm only gonna be here for the one that
showing up doesn't seem to be a problem.
have an obligation.
It doesn't seem like him coming there to be present with the son is the problem. The problem is it started off as we doing all this, and it feels like a fail of conversation. It feels like, for me, it feels like a fail of conversation. Now that we're not together anymore, this conversation didn't happen. Of now we're not together anymore. So what I'm gonna do is stop doing all of this. Like, I feel like it was a lack of conversation. And then, like I said, being a mom, hearing it every day, Mom, why can't you?
And then you're breaking pattern, because you were accustomed to me bringing, where we should have it, bringing food for everybody. But every time I brought food for just the one, it's another reminder that we are no longer doing what was. And there's always tiers and layers. Not only does it affect the child and the children, it affects me. Because I gotta explain, it hurts. I get it. And then it might be,
because I'm pretty sure that my son is also asking me, Dad, why you always only bring me food? You don't bring my brother.
But then
my sister.
and also it can be a comparison of what the other fathers are or are not doing.
Right.
Like I don't know the dynamics where a family is.
Yeah.
But if every time you show up, you can show me somebody who's trying to be there and provide. Because if he's going to provide McDonald's for food, I'm just going to assume that he has no problem providing for his son in other areas.
Right.
Because we ain't got no beef between me and you outside this McDonald's in the moment. Because apparently I'm taking care of mine, whether child support required or not. Taking care of mine. Now, you can't get mad now at me because now it looks like this child is getting better treatment than the rest.
Right.
You got to figure out, you got to find you a lover, boo.
True. It might not even be that.
It
It might not even be that it's better. It might just be that
that's different. That 100%.
But kids don't interpret it as different.
Listen,
I'm saying,
y'all gonna hate me for this.
I'm saying that, but I'm
They're
talking
going to
about.
interpret it as, what am I doing wrong
I'm talking about.
that I can't get treated
I'm talking
as
about-
well
I'm
as
talking
this?
about
But you got to explain it.
That's a conversation for mom.
For mom to have.
What I'm saying is, when the kids come to you every day,
But that's a conversation for her to have with them.
but you can have that conversation. You know kids. You can have that conversation every day. It's not you, baby. It's not you, baby. He just got a different problem. The kids
But
are
you got to have that. No,
kids are going to
you know why
internalize
that
that. I'm
conversation is
telling
hard?
you.
Because that conversation, have that with your children, reflects on who you are and what you got going on. I'm not saying she's been out here just popping over real nigga. I'm not saying that she is wild. I'm just not saying that. But because of the fact you have had different partners, reproduce different seeds. Now, because you have to deal with different people and different personalities, and you can't take this person's personality, who he is, and put it in the box with others who may be doing less than. So you have a responsibility to talk to your children. What would cause you to talk to your children, you have to deal with the fact of the decision that you made. And that's not always easy, and sometimes that hurts. So granted, listen, and trauma is going to happen to every child, period, point blank. I'm so sorry, somewhere along the line. Yeah. It's not always sexual. It's not always, I felt this way. Okay, then we have a continual conversation. Then let's start counseling now. There's methods. Let's talk about what's really going on. Let's expose, not bash the fathers, but call a spade a spade. Unfortunately, your father really doesn't step into the play, but I'm here for you. Right. You know, his dad comes in for him, and these are hard conversations to have with children. They're very challenging. But then not having that conversation, you grow up with these false ideas, these false notions of how a child translates a thing, and nobody ever talks about it. So now I create this narrative that I'm not loved, that I'm hated. No, okay, so let me show you more. So I have to now this sounds crazy, now I gotta compensate when you're broken. Granted, so I have to make sure, okay, let me make sure that my kids are top tier. Let me make sure that y'all feel, because every child is just not the same. Baby Frank does not get the same smoke as the twin, and vice versa. Somebody will lack somewhere just because it's the requirement of the time. And as they grow up, they will require different things. And the people will in tomorrow attitude, I'm sure you can something for her. But it's just different dynamics. And what we've done is, and we do this all the time, because we don't know the story for real. We're projecting trauma that's not guaranteed.
No, I'm just I'm creating a situation because just like I said, hearing the tone, hearing the consistent, I listen beyond the surface. So it wasn't even projecting. It's clearly dude, this is yes, it's coming off McDonald's, but it's more to that. And you have to honestly read between the lines.
Right, because between the lines to me is you're mad at me because I'm gonna take care of mine. And the others are not, and they feel some type of way.
That's what the dude is saying.
As a woman,
but you mad at me for?
Mad at me because I'm doing.
Mad at me for taking care of myself.
And what's crazy is, if I don't take care of mine, you mad. If I take care of mine, you mad. You better figure out what side you want to be mad about. You're not about to do both. I get it; it's uncomfortable, but that's the consequences of having different personalities and different individuals. You got it, and I think I can't say her name. I can't see. Shadette said it. You got to know who you're laying up with and what you're connected to. And we don't always know. We don't always have the best option, the best choice. And sometimes we get deadbeat. Sometimes we get lame, but sometimes you get good. And the get good laugh's going to hurt a little bit. And it's still not over for somebody else. A man can show up tomorrow and love his woman, change her world, and provide for the children overall. Which now makes, King, you ain't got to bring McDonald's. I brought McDonald's for them. Now we got a whole other situation going on.
And guess what?
But they're not.
As a man, you got it, bro. I appreciate you for taking care of my son. I've been doing it, and it's not a problem because I'm gonna keep doing it. But now that you're here, I appreciate you.
We co-parenting.
We co-parenting. Right. As a young, and these components. Right, and then to get
you take this off.
And that's how I know, because when a woman is mad at a thing, she's not really mad at the thing. Mm-hmm. It ain't your beef ain't the McDonald's. No. You ain't got this mad over McDonald's ain't the problem. You ain't grabbed my McDonald's, threw McDonald's in the street and tossed it down because you mad that I keep bringing this boy McDonald's. If it was a problem, you would have said it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday for the last 5 years.
How do you know? But that's what I'm saying. But you're saying projected, how do you know that she hasn't been dude, we gotta do something different with this McDonald's situation? Because I gotta deal with it at home. When you drop it off, you good. When you leave, I got a problem. How do you know the conversation has not been had? That's an assumption that she hasn't been dude, we need to figure out some kind of arrangement. And let's be honest. $7 every day. Get the family pack. It's $10. I'm not saying he's obligated. No, what I'm saying is.
But you don't know what
what I'm saying is.
He did not give him a kid's meal.
Let me finish.
There was no kid's box. That was a fried sandwich. Take my $4, My $5 for my
So there's honestly at this point, like I said before, it needs to be a collaboration. It needs to be a collaboration and in this
There needs
situation.
to be a conversation had.
Right.
And until this conversation is had, she's always going to feel this way. She's always going to be bitter about it. Because at the end of the day, he's not doing what he used to do because of y'all.
Yeah.
Not because of the kids.
Right.
But you don't know the reason why they break. You can't say because
I
of
know,
you.
but they're not together.
They're not together. So there's
So at the end of the day, there's bitterness about them not being together. Because when they were together, things happen. Certain things happen. Now that they're not together, those things can't happen no more.
Yeah,
And I'm making it known these things won't happen. They got fathers. If they're absent, they're absent. But that's not my problem. We were working on the thing.
And that's hard, and it's hard because like I said, a mother's care is going to be different, and I comprehend having to deal with that smoke, but at the same time, I'm still going to provide for mine.
Yeah.
I don't think it's not a not providing issue. I really don't. I don't think it's like you're like you don't need to be a good dad issue. I really do believe that her frustration and
She picked the wrong battle, I should say.
like her frustration.
I think it's
Being somebody this time, like being that confrontational, there had to have been a conversation. Dude, you bring McDonald's here every day. It's causing a problem in my household. We need to
Number
figure
one,
something out.
let's call a spade a spade. You're not talking like that.
No, what I'm saying is, I said.
You can bring McDonald's in it.
What I'm saying is,
keep bringing up to the table.
it appears just based on the frustration that she said. There wasn't, whether it was rude or not. I'm not saying that, granted, delivery is an issue, but she could have been like, dude, bringing McDonald's every day is causing issues in my house. I'm going to keep bringing in McDonald's. You're not understanding what I'm saying to you.
And
You bringing him McDonald's every day is causing an issue with me.
Yes, because
But that's a personal problem.
but his approach was so smooth. This how we can do this with every day. Been doing it for a long time.
Right.
Situation. It's been he ain't come. You know you tell me, oh, here we go. No. What you talking? He's taken by surprise.
Right. Wait, what?
What are you doing? Like why the camera out, number one?
Right.
What you
Like,
doing?
what are we doing here, yo?
I mean, and I'm not, like I said, we don't know what conversation we had or not.
We need to
But for you to feel how
call
you
it to the
feel
radio station. We
and
want to
then
go
just snap. If
I want to
it,
hear his side.
right.
That's what I'm saying. We need to tag
Because
him.
if it was such a
Have you call
problem,
it.
address me day one. Day two is day three.
Right.
But how do you know it hasn't been addressed?
I'm not saying that, but you have to hit me. What you say?
I've been, it would have been easier for him to say, I'm picking my son up every day around this time.
Probably.
No, now watch
Problem
this.
solved.
While talking, he says to her, number one, you can take him to the room or you can send him out. So he offers solutions
Yeah.
to the issue,
Yeah.
but you're still yelling and screaming, which lets me know, we didn't have a conversation. Because if I'm just not offering a solution, then we just not
Morning,
addressing it.
Keita.
Because if you had, I just offered two, because men are problem solvers. We'll put them in different room and you join them to sit back with kids. Oh, I'm not doing that. You don't want to solve the issue. Then number two, he said, then send him to the car. Oh, I'm not doing that. Well, therefore, you don't want to fix the issue, but you want to complain. Watch the video, because she says that. What you mean? Send him to get him in a different room. I'm not putting him in a different room. Then send him to the car. I'm not sending him to the car. Well, you don't want to solution to the issue.
You don't want to leave.
Because you can have them leave a room, your dad outside, go see your father, hit the door, here you go, boom. They can sit in the car, have their bonding time, knock out big McDonald's and laugh. And guess what? The kids gonna feel some type of way still, because where he going every day? Why he leaving? Got a phone call coming in, cut this short, and let me talk.
She said, but you can offer a solution during the midst of a storm. This solution have to be made after the storm.
Makes sense to me, but then my thing is, there was no, then it makes me question the conversation before.
Yeah.
Wasn't really a conversation, but you just complaining.
Right.
Facts. Then we will get into the other stuff. Somebody was like, why y'all talking about McDonald's? Talk about the racism issue. We're getting there.
Yeah, listen.
Tune in, tap in, stay tuned. Fire 716, your boy Big Frank. You're locked into Big Frank in the morning. What it is, what's up? The conversation is good. You know, J3 always wants to stir the pot, but hey,
I mean, at this point, you need an antagonist. You need somebody. Even though, let me be clear before we get into this conversation, I do not agree that the guy should be having to buy food for the other kids. But for the sake of argument,
no, that's exactly
I'm gonna have her side. Just to say argument.
No, fact, valid. So for those who don't know the background story, so this let me set the stage properly. I know that. I got this guy in a relationship with this young lady. She had 3 kids, right? No, she had 3.
4.
No,
For him.
Thank you. So she had 3 kids. They got together, and he built the habit of getting the kids McDonald's. They have a 4th child together, which is actually his, and there's a constant habit of bringing McDonald's for the kids. They were together. For whatever reason, they separate. They're no longer together. So now the father only brings McDonald's for his child on a daily basis. The mother decides, the mother decides to expose the father with a Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is, about bringing the son McDonald's. And she has a conflict because he brings the son McDonald's, but now the other kids want McDonald's, and it's causing a problem in the house. So she has her phone out. She said, I'm about to expose him today. The father does what he's been doing for the last several days on a consistent basis. He comes in, what you doing? Long story short, they're arguing about him bringing McDonald's. He gives her the McDonald's, she takes it, and she throws it to the ground. But she complains about him bringing McDonald's only for the one kid, not all the kids. And in their argument, a conversation goes a little something like this. Well, put him in a different room. She replies, I'm not going to put him in a different room. I'm not going to do that. Then he said, well, send him out here and eat in the car with me. And she says she's not doing that. Long story short, she grabs me down, she tosses it, she throws it. Then she comes back and gives the background story that I just told. The question of the day is, are you obligated
As a baby mother,
or baby father to take care of your child's siblings? No,
sir.
no.
Like,
no.
And anybody that thinks so,
No. Anybody that thinks so,
yeah,
is often has some trauma in their life. I get trying to, as a mother, I understand the concept of trying to just make sure your home is at peace.
Yeah.
I get it. Now, continue.
Yeah. I feel like, it has to be, and I had a couple of different theories. It could be it needed to be a collaborative experience. If we bring in these kids treats every day, we gonna collab. We gonna get a $5 Caesar. It was like $5.95 now, inflation. Like, we gonna get this $5 Caesars. We gonna get a McDonald's family pack.
yeah.
Yeah, they have the big pack. They got the big pack. We gonna do like a collaborated effort. Based on how angry she is, I'm assuming that the breakup was a bad breakup, which kind of X's out the option of let's do this together.
Right.
But the only, like I was saying behind the scenes was, I feel like her frustration. Yes, the McDonald's is the catalyst. I feel like her frustration is because she has to have this conversation with her kids every day, and it's just like, babe, it's not you. That's just her. That's just his father. But mom, what's wrong with me? Why can't we get McDonald's? Every day as a parent, as a mother, and I'm not even a kid, but having to raise 2 of my godkids and being in their life every day as a mom. Having to explain that every day gets you to the point of frustration where you just like, I'm getting ready to snap on somebody. And I really feel like for her, that was her snap. Now to expect him to take care of your kids, you're wrong for that. But I really feel like that was her breaking point. It was just like, dude, I have to explain this every day to the kids. Every day.
Yep.
And if it's not, and for her, the solution of coming to the car, well, why does he go to the car every day? Because kids aren't stupid.
Listen.
Like, kids are like, well, what's going on? Why can't we go? Like, and to deal with that. No, and I get that. But I'm saying, you know kids.
Right, but you have to have this conversation with your kids.
But you can tell your kid every day.
Father, so y'all not going to be able to do everything together.
Yeah.
When Johnny's dad comes to get him, because Johnny needs that time with his dad. Your dad isn't as available, isn't as accessible. So me and you have to have this time together. You're not gonna get the McDonald's all the time. You're not gonna get to go with little Johnny because y'all have different dads. You're my obligation, not his. And that's a conversation that the mother has to have.
But what I'm saying is, and I said this behind the scenes, how do you know she hasn't had? Kids are like, okay, let's just look at the personality of children. 3 different personalities. Okay, you may get the one kid that gets it, especially based on their ages. If they're young kids, no matter how many times you have this conversation, they're not going to get it.
No, for sure.
So you may have one kid that kind of gets it because it's older, like, okay. Then you have the 2 youngest ones, one maybe possibly internalizing it, taking it to heart, even though the mother said there's nothing wrong with you, took it to heart, rejection issues. Mm-hmm. Then you have the one vocal kid. Mommy, what's wrong with me? Why can't you, like, that wears on a mother. Like, I mean, you could say, you could say, have the conversation, and the mother could be having a conversation. But if you have those different type of personalities with kids who feel rejection because this guy was doing for them before and not doing for them now, no matter what you say to a kid, especially if they're younger, he's not doing it for me anymore. What did I do wrong? Kids automatically internalize that. Well, what did I do wrong?
And if you're not having that conversation,
like that might be the thing. Like the thing might not necessarily be what he's doing, but the fact that at one point he was active.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now that he's not active for whatever reason, well, for the obvious reason that we're not together, so I'm not gonna be active in everybody's life no more. You know what I mean? That could be what the frustration is, because he was active, now he's not gonna be active for an obvious reason why he wouldn't and doesn't have to be as active in this kid's life. Now, if the kid, that would be the only thing that I think will cause the kids to be asking 18 million questions. Because if he was just dating your mother and it wasn't nothing crazy, yeah, he might do something for you every once in a while. He wasn't living with y'all. He wasn't like, taking care of y'all, buying y'all things that y'all needed. Like he wasn't doing no need stuff, no time consuming things. You know what I'm saying? Then they won't be asking him any questions because he just whatever his name is, he just be John. He just be
Well, according to Frank's backstory,
you know
he was doing this McDonald's thing even before the kid came along.
Yeah.
So, like I said, when you're doing
that's why I said I understand you're gonna get the reaction of whatever, because obviously the kid when it first came wasn't eating McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? So he obviously was eating McDonald's to whoever he was.
Trying to bring,
but it's a couple issues with that. One, why is these kids eating McDonald's every day?
Right.
That's one. 2,
you're killing your kids.
You're killing kids, okay? 2, like, it's one thing to be a man and continue to want to do stuff for the kids in which you are, that the people that are under you. But it's another thing to be a man and to continue that. Now, some men will continue a relationship with the kids to a degree. You know what I'm saying? But like Kev said, you're not obligated to do that at all. You know what I mean? Because he only has one child with her. I don't know if you have kids. But he only has one child with you. You know what I mean? And like Jess said, even if she was out here having a conversation with the kids, the fact that they have spent so much time together, at least a couple of years together, you know what I mean? They feel some kind of connection with her. You know what I'm saying? Because I know if me and Quita broke up or whatever, and I just stopped doing and we had a kid and I never did anything for Jada, you know what I mean? But like, not saying, I don't know if she'd be mad, she probably would be mad, but I don't know. Because I ain't gonna put her on the spot and get serious, because she is forever right now, so it is what it is. But I'm pretty sure that Jada will have 18 million questions about why damn only taking the baby with him and why damn not coming to get me and stuff like that, because I have been active in her life, you know what I mean? So I get it, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? It comes with the territory of rolling the dice as you've been rolling it. You know what I mean? You can't just be being willy-nilly out here doing whatever, with whoever, you know what I'm saying, without knowing that this is something that's going to last. And that's a slippery slope of being in a relationship and, working.
Even in the comments, somebody said, well, how, like, I think somebody asked the question, like, you have to stop allowing your children to be introduced to relationships until you see that they're going somewhere. Based on the timeline, though, a kid starts eating McDonald's at what, 2 or 3 years old? So if he was doing
McDonald's for real, yeah, like chicken nuggets. That's different. You know what I'm saying? A 4-piece.
The chicken nuggets is not rich.
No.
But no, like, even if you take it into consideration that there has to be at least a 3 to 4, possibly 5-year investment in a relationship.
That's what I said. I was
So, like, I get, dude, this is my kid. I'm on the page with y'all with that. I just think her frustration came from you were doing this. Let's just say they was in a relationship 3 years before she got pregnant. You've been doing this for my kid for 3 years. My kids for 3 years. This kid comes along, and now we like, the kid's 2, 3 years old. So that's like what, 6 years. Now we break up. Now it's like cold cutoff. Like now we ain't together. 6 years invested, you done became a father to my kids in some sense, in some kind of retrospect, and the kids are looking like, what did I do? And I think that honestly, and that's, I'm not saying I'm a therapist now, but that's my analytical, perspective of it. It's kind of just like the kid, because I think for her, and I'm excusing her behavior, first of all, ma'am, going on Facebook, doing a live, you're doing a lot. And I'm just saying this for woman to woman. You made yourself look more petty than the man bringing McDonald's.
Because like I said, when you I didn't even see the video until today, but how it make it seem like you're not taking care of your kids and you bring
right.
every single day.
Yeah.
Like that make you look bad.
That's what I'm saying.
Like you look at petty.
That might not necessarily be the case, but like it looked bad. And then the other thing, because I'm not trying to be too assuming, but who's to say that the other fathers ain't there for their kids? It's just that they not buying McDonald's.
Right.
And that's and if that's just the problem, is the fact that it's not about him being present, it's the fact that he buying McDonald's every day. Like that's something that she would have to get over.
Yeah.
Like, even if the kid is asking, they're not asking because they may be feeling like, their feelings isn't so much, he don't care about me. It's, yo, I really want some McDonald's. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, like I said, we don't know the ages.
Yeah, we don't know the ages of kids, and we don't know how the fathers.
Even if you're, like I said, even in the assumed timeline was 6 years. 6 years is a long time to be in a kid's life. So at some point,
2 years,
a year,
a kid may be like, so if it's an older kid, what did I do? If it's a younger kid, I want McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Either way, ma'am, y'all need to sit down and have a grown-up conversation. Collaborate on a once-a-week situation. Because let's be honest, your kids don't need to be eating McDonald's every day.
That's it.
Friday night, Little Caesars.
That's what I'm saying.
and he probably don't bring it every day.
Well, no, the story said that he brings
That's my thing.
McDonald's.
He is bringing it every
Every
day.
day.
There's a problem. There's another problem in that house.
Right.
That is not.
There's no reason
not
for you to
pertaining
be
to
like, okay, he should be eating McDonald's every day. I should be cooking every day.
Because
Like you
also
should be
felt
cooking, Mom.
like if her issue was you keep bringing McDonald's for this kid, like you don't need McDonald's. If that was the issue, like yo, you being real unhealthy out here with my children, like, you really need to chill. You know what I'm saying? That would be another thing. That would totally have her back.
If that was
Like,
an argument,
I would have her whole back on that one. Like yo,
I got
thanks, bro. Like you need to chill. Like at least she would be so chill.
Yeah,
Well, no, because they make sandwiches wrong and people die. So at this point, I would just say, as we get ready to go into this break, ma'am, y'all need to sit down and be grown-ups, have a conversation,
and not be argumentative about it.
Work out a Friday night Little Caesars or McDonald's pack situation.
But I'm still
Dad, stop bringing the kid McDonald's every day. Bring him a salad.
I'm bringing him some food every day. It doesn't have to be McDonald's. But
I feel the bringing food every day thing. I don't think any dude would do it unless it was absolute need.
Unless that's just his bonding thing.
Yeah,
because like that's because some guys I'll say this. I said some guys may not how to bond So it's like bringing them food every day is a way to bond. It's kind of like, hey, I care, so I'm bringing you McDonald's every day. So that can be their love language. You know what I'm saying? Like, I may not be able to communicate my feelings, but showing up with McDonald's every day is showing you how.
Is she cooking for her kids every day?
No, because she just said, like, the thing is, the kids are eating. Like, the other kids are eating.
So, if the kids eating, then you should, like I said, you gotta have this conversation.
I feel like I said, I feel like we have a wrong conversation. Conversation that we need to be having is Negro, you start reading
McDonald's, like,
bring a salad. Bring the open chicken salami salad. Stop.
Switch it up.
Hey,
Stop killing your
it's
kids.
summertime. Go to Wendy's.
Childhood diabetes is a real
The
thing.
strawberry orchard, apple orchard.
Listen, but when we get back, we're gonna get ready to get into these hot topics, get ready to pay some bills and enjoy some good music. So stick with us, Big Frank in the morning. Let's go.
I was like, it just sounds crazy.
Me as a parent, like my dad, there was a point where my dad fed me McDonald's breakfast every morning. Like, but then he would complain like about me gaining weight. Nigga,
Oh, yeah.
you take me to McDonald's every morning and buy me 2 egg McMuffins and an orange juice. Every morning. And you wonder why I'm gaining weight. Like, nigga, I'm eating McDonald's every morning. Like, so, like, for me as a parent, dude, you not bring McDonald's here every day because my kid is not going to be in the hospital with these doctor bills because my kid got diabetes because he wants them. Who got right?
No.
It just
Hey, going to keep watching y'all, but we gonna start talking about more serious things in a minute. You know, I know some of y'all might be coming up like, yo, I ain't even trying to have this conversation, but hold on, we gonna talk about real stuff.
No, we got, and hot topics, we got some stuff to talk
some real
about.
stuff to talk
'Cause
about.
I'm a little angry about it.
We got some real things to talk about.
I'm really.
What else been going on? I don't know.
The crazy for me though, I only go to McDonald's for breakfast because everything else makes me sick.
Yeah, I can't eat it. Well, she won't go to McDonald's for breakfast anymore because I can go to Tim Hortons and get I can get a sausage and muffin. Yeah, for $2.5. You know what
I don't like their sausage and muffins with egg. I feel like it tastes like
But it's not good egg, you know what I'm saying?
Tim Hortons.
Don't get it.
It tastes weird to me. Like
I
either
like
sausage.
sausage with muffins.
Or get bacon, like I was just saying, you get
Like
bacon.
none of their joints, besides their bacon and cheese croissant, taste good to me.
Sausage, egg, cheese, croissant for me.
My thing is, I like all of them.
But if I had the choice, I would go to Bagel J's.
If I had the choice, I'd
I've
never
never eaten bagel days.
Why?
I'm
Never.
not a big bagel person.
Oh man.
But they have more than just
I
bagel.
wouldn't know. I've never eaten bagel days.
Well, why? I would never get Bagel J's because
No, I never said I've never
Dude,
been
they got
bagel
more than
days.
bagels.
I said I've never been to bagel.
Oh, I thought you said I would never
No.
get it. I was like, no.
I've never been to Bagel J's, obviously because I don't eat bagels, and if it's got bagels in the name, my assumption would be that they mostly have bagels.
Right.
So I don't.
I mean,
I've never been there. because
that's their major product, but they do have other stuff.
your marketing is that you have bagels, and I don't like bagels, so I don't, I don't really eat bagels. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you got other stuff. You know what I mean? Shoot, I remember first time I went to Tim Hortons. You know what I mean? I used to think all Tim Hortons things was donuts. You know what I'm saying? So I went in there to get a donut one day, and it was like, oh shoot, they got breakfast here. You know what I'm saying? Like, sure, I didn't know they made wraps. So much things out here.
Yeah, I like,
City
but
homes.
I like Bagel J's bacon, egg, and cheese bagel. So like,
They used to be bad.
it's delicious.
Dunkin' Donuts is the only place that make croissant sandwiches.
Oh,
Then Burger King, because I can front food. Dunkin' Donuts.
Dunkin' Donuts croissants be crack.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And McDonald's, I only eat the sausage with muffin, no egg.
Man,
I like their
I was out here.
But I like their
I
McGriddles.
used to-
The McGriddles hit
I used to get
different.
like
They
12.
don't hit the same though.
Not since they first came out.
They
When they first came out, they was
busting.
different.
They was
The
definitely.
syrup was poured out and drinking. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? My hands was stinking and everything. Now, dry. Dry hands, you know what I'm saying?
Barely sweet.
Dang, I gotta go to the house and bust syrup on this drink, you know? They gotta give me syrup, they gotta give me the little packs that they got.
I'm okay with it not dripping all over my hands like that. Like it
But
for
see,
me,
well,
it has just
It
enough.
comes in the car.
I'm a rapper. I unfold and fold around the
No,
sandwich.
I'm just used
So
to like
it's
the
all
little
drip.
bit of that little hit of sweetness is just enough for me. Like
I understand. I used to do McDonald's. I used to get sauce burritos.
Oh wow.
South Korea. So, hey, no front. Because they only like $1. Well, they're not only $1 now. But back then it was just $1. You could get like sausage and mutton. It's crazy. Like, you know, like $5. You know what I'm saying? Only $1. You know what I'm saying? I got $5.
Okay, would you like to elaborate on your comment?
Right. I wish my black folks would wake up. Wake up to what?
Wake up for what?
Can you elaborate on your statement, please? Because we've been talking about food this whole time.
Weezer,
So
Venus.
you waking up to your food, to your food options, or you wake up to something else. You know, don't get me wrong, I understand it's a lot of distracting things out here in the world. You know what I mean?
The doctor has entered the room.
Hey, sis. Reverend Doctor.
You know what I mean?
I kind of just want explanation for what we need to wake up
I
about.
would go either to. I only go back to the focus, like sitting down.
Oh yeah.
Well, make sure we tell him he's taking care of a phone call right now.
I want to sit down at Denny's, IHOP, especially since they started making up burritos. Fire. Yeah, it was crazy. But like, Denny's, that joint on Walden, that's all the way up Walden. Like, you're like,
L-Times?
You talking about Campfire Grill?
yes, I like Campfire Grill, but they be super packed.
Oh, never happened.
Not no early.
Exactly. Y'all talking about this McDonald's situation. It was a scare.
It wasn't a skit, mama.
I mean, like, to be honest, respectfully, like, it was a question of the day, and this is what we do. We engage in conversation, and if you feel like it's BS, you know,
talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
you can call
there, you listen.
You can call in,
explain it. You know the numbers at the bottom of the screen.
and we can have a conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
So you can better understand our the way we operate.
The question of the day is meant to engage conversation.
That's about it.
So
you should have been on here talking about how it was BS from jump.
From jump.
You know what I'm saying? Because we would have been here with you.
I mean, if you stick with us, we're getting ready to get into some serious conversation.
Yeah.
So
just stick it out.
this is just a morning show. This is what we do. We
You
just
know what I mean? We're gonna talk about some serious stuff. That's what we do.
yeah,
But you know, for time we talk about stuff that's just fun stuff.
right.
You know what I'm saying? If you can't
And
laugh,
this is honestly an important conversation to have because we have people
out here
that literally are doing great for their children. We have men out here, I'm gonna say, that are doing great things with their children, but they have bitter baby mothers, and they make it hard for men to do their due diligence in their children's lives. They give them hell for no reason. So that to
This
me
is actually an admirable black man.
You're right.
What?
Even though
a good conversation.
Even if
the thing that
theory,
he's doing is like,
I mean,
I don't know, but what he's
theory
doing
though,
in general,
even if it was a skit, it still highlights him being a good father.
Right.
So either way, we still want to highlight the positivity in the situation. But like I said, we get ready to come in for a break. So if you want to stick with us,
you about to talk about awesome shit.
we about to talk about some real stuff. But we appreciate your opinion.
Yeah, keep it coming.
Yeah.
Keep coming. She come back and keep talking about it. You know, that's what I'm proud. I enjoy it. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, you said number 3 next one?
You should remember that.
Yeah. Oh.
And BGC flowing, we got me kept on the air. Got that fly in the air. It's Fire 716 and we rockin' the air. Hey. Fire 716, it's your girl Jay Cherie, Big Frank is going in the room with me, my boy the Dark Knight.
Yo.
Kept on air.
Here we go.
Our viewing audience on Facebook and YouTube who are very passionate about how they feel. We get ready to get into these hot topics.
Passion.
Georgia man found dead in prison. So this death is very, very suspicious. They're saying that when they were doing routine night checks, he was still alive. Now they're saying it looks like an apparent suicide. But the way that he was found, it looks like there was no way that he could have killed himself. So at this point now, the security guards are under investigation. The problem with this particular issue, this This is not a one-time occurrence with this Georgia president.
Ah.
So it got Erie County Homeless Center
Right, I was gonna say.
feels to it amongst the same shift with the same security guards.
Oh, wow.
And so they're saying, like, you know, the security guards' defense is we are short-staffed, so it's going to be the regular people on, you know, on doing doubles, things of this nature. So it's, you know, if you don't have a lot of people, we're going to be working all the time. So this is why this occurrence keeps happening on our shift. While this is not the first death that has come off suspicion where they tried to rule it as a suicide. So further investigation now is now looking into to how the person died. And it wasn't possible that they ever able to kill themselves. And unfortunately, these prison guards are not on administrative leave because they can't afford to not put them on leave because they're short staffed. So
Question.
Yes.
How did they say that he died?
They
other than
said-
the fact that suicide, how did
they
say
said
that
he hung himself.
Okay.
The crack of the neck is dictating that if he couldn't have, the way he cracked his
Gotcha.
neck looks like he was, that looks like he was killed
Yeah.
and not killed himself. Like, because they said when you commit suicide, your neck cracks a certain way.
Right.
And this is not the first time this has happened. So I don't know. And they didn't give a backstory, so we don't know if this prisoner guard was like, this prisoner was somebody that was giving him trouble.
Right.
And it's like, yo, we all.
We don't know if he really was on. He probably wasn't on suicide watch. Probably never.
Well, no, he wasn't on watch. It was just like night watch.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like he didn't show the signs that he was.
Right.
That he was suicide.
You know what I mean? Which not saying that he wasn't, but like
Right.
in jail, you know, it usually will come up once or twice. You know,
for sure.
that is on here. Something. You know what I mean?
So, you know,
Correctional officers are very
correct.
That's
So
all.
there-
That. This is why I had to get out of it, yo, because it's a. I don't even tell you. It's a meeting about it.
Oh no, for sure.
I
My
had to get out of
cousin
it.
was in prison
I had to get out of it, man.
a couple years ago. Well, yeah, a couple years ago. Where he was killed by correctional officers, and it took our family forever to get justice, but justice was served. He was at Livingston,
Okay.
which is closed now due to
Correction.
corruption. So yeah, that's a
So, and like I said, this has here got to
Yeah.
rise. All to it. YNW Melly, apparently he's a rapper, didn't know who he was, ordered a hit out on his own mama. They got into an argument, and apparently a hit was put out, but this guy, let me explain this. And once again, Fire 716 does not condone any kind of violence whatsoever.
Right.
This guy, the reason how he got caught is because there was paperwork on the hit. So it wasn't like he made a phone call that made a phone call and a wire transfer. It was like a contract.
Sahih notarized.
Right, for the hit, and then he wondered why he got caught.
Yeah.
Like,
How you gonna put a hit out on your mom?
Right.
he was like, they got into an argument, and like apparently he said they got into an argument. She said some very demeaning and hurtful things. It hurt him to his core, and he was just like, I want her dead, and just went on that idea. Just
Is he white?
nope.
Is it Negro?
Yeah.
I ain't never seen a black man ever. No matter how bad his mom may have been.
Oh, they're out there.
Never seen a black man.
They
He
know-
was in Buffalo.
They-
Who killed his mother. And
Yeah.
then turned and killed his girlfriend.
Yeah, they're out there. They're just not as prevalent. R. Kelly gets 30 years.
What?
He got 30 years in
Yeah.
prison.
Not the life that they were talking this on. He was talking.
But for his age,
Yeah.
That is like.
it is like
Nah, I could like 40 something.
Nah, he like 50 something.
he's 50 something, but you gotta take into consideration he's going to jail where
Yeah, he ain't gonna make it.
he's not gonna make it. Because child abusers, rapists, those are the first people that die in prison.
it in jail.
But the crazy thing is, Ghislaine Maxwell, the guy who worked with Jeffrey Epstein, she only got 20 years.
That's crazy.
So now it's a controversy of color
Right.
Oh yeah.
because R. Kelly got 30.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
R. Kelly got 30. Ghislaine got 20. And they justified Ghislaine getting 20 because she was not the main sex trafficker, Jeffrey Epstein was. So it was like she helped facilitate, which is real R. Kelly-ish. It's really R. Kelly-ish.
If it wasn't for you, it probably would have happened.
No, Jeffrey Epstein was doing it before
But she
her.
facilitated.
When she was helping.
She's organized.
So, yeah, she
This
was
is
helping
my thing.
organize.
This is my thing.
Right,
This is
that's
something
the
that-
problem.
this is it. Other than the color, like it make it worse. R. Kelly.
This might be the best music ever.
R. Kelly was out here being given children and whatever. Because let's be real, a lot of them was like, oh yeah, here you go out. You know what I'm saying? You jumping bread? Cool. You know what I'm saying? Jeffrey Epstein and her, they was facilitating kids through like a tunnel to other people. Like they was sending kids places and all types of stuff. That is, and I hate because it's insane, but that is a million times worse.
Yeah.
Well, some of the kids, let's be clear, some of the kids, the parents didn't get permission for R. Kelly. Other ones, they ran away from home.
Right.
Whatever. And the parents were trying to get them back.
Right.
R. Kelly got 3 years in a got federal charges though. So it's a dub.
It's a dub.
Sharita says controversial because she is white and immensely wealthy.
That's a fact. But it is I feel like that is
Kelly's 55, 50. So 30 years is life.
It's like 8.
But let's be honest, Kells is gonna get out. Like
Kells the scene though, you know, he might last a while.
Kelly is not gonna serve all 30 years.
He might last a while.
He gonna get a Bill Cosby pardon. He gonna get a Bill Cosby pardon and be out in 85.
The thing that's gonna
be out in 10.
The thing that's gonna be aggravating.
They're gonna make him sweat.
The thing that's gonna be aggravating is that she's gonna get out.
Yeah.
And that's what's gonna be the kicker for me.
Sharita said Kells charges are racketeering and sex trafficking.
Regardless.
So yeah, this is
a white woman got 20 years.
Oh my
Lord. So they just add on the time. Like I said, if he does get out on good behavior, it'll probably be about 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
But like
they gonna make that boy.
She gonna get out in 2. And that's
if he makes it, I think.
My issue is gonna make it.
He got money.
I'm gonna tell you why he's gonna make it. Unfortunately, despite the challenges, he holds community weight.
Fact.
This is different between somebody on the street who done did wrong and this. It is the fame status.
Yeah.
I'm amazed at the fact that you're here, period.
Yeah.
That you with us, because we can respect you, because you got weight. You got 90s, you got weight. And that outweighs.
Jordan's into the joint.
Yeah,
So he gonna have a little Kim stay. Okay.
He gonna have
his room decked out.
Sharita said the racketeering is gonna keep him there for a while.
Yeah.
Next hot topic: Emmett Till's family calls for arrest after arrest warrant was found. So the original arrest warrant for Carolyn was discovered, so it was never served. So this woman's the charges for this woman was they never went to, so it was a lie. They never went to her house. They never investigated her lying about the situation. All the stuff was uncovered in documentation. So now Emmett Till's family is requesting now, because Carolyn is still alive. She's 80. There's Carolyn is lady who lied about Emmett Till. Carolyn is alive, so they said if you can get Bill Cosby at an old age, you need to get her. And the fact that the police lied about the arrest warrant and never issued the arrest warrant because it was found in paperwork. Yeah. Oh yeah, they coming for her now.
I need, for me, okay, one, you're gonna hang that. I pulled myself back because I got close. Okay, I got real close. I want to get kicked off the air. Anyway, hang the chick. That's one. 2, the state needs to get sued.
Facts. Yes. All the arresting officers?
No, the federal government needs to sue because typically it went to the feds and it all got out. Everybody needs to be dropping bread.
That's a fact.
Not one person, not one state, everybody needs to be dropping bread.
Sharita said, yep, she lives here in North Carolina, hiding.
She's in the spot on the third. Pull it, a private name.
So the family is going after everybody.
So
like,
they deserve it.
Like
Emmett Till's the family members of them, so the generations that came after.
But my thing is, you gotta keep it a beam. The lady only said, no, because the lady is 80 years old.
Right.
His brothers, his sisters, they still alive.
His aunts, his uncles,
they alive.
Brothers and sisters.
They're like in their 50s.
Yeah, the reason why this is really disheartening for his family is because originally they said they were pressing charges against her because she was on her deathbed. Right. And it was like by the time she gets to trial, she's gonna already be dead. No, this heifer's still alive. Alive eating Chick-fil-A. It's time for her to go to jail.
No, I just want to
so.
know like the dynamic of.
No, he had
is it,
brothers
like
and
generations down
No.
the line.
No, it's like he
Oh,
had brothers
yeah, I
and
remember.
sisters and
Gotcha.
aunts and uncles that helped take care of him. They're still alive.
And to die, it wasn't a long. That wasn't a long time ago.
No,
Right.
at all. If she ate,
And
no,
this
it's
wasn't a
not.
long time ago. And this is my gripe.
So,
This is my gripe with black people. This is my wife gripe with white people. My gripe is that everybody like, man, it was a long time ago. No, the F it wasn't a long time ago. 1960 something, 1950 something is not a long time ago.
Right.
You had color TVs. That wasn't a long time ago.
Yeah. So
yeah.
we're going to be seeking justice. The last one, hot topic, which is very exciting. Jalen Walker dead after 90 shots at him, 60 hits.
The gang called the police. They a gang. The police. They a gang.
Wait.
The gang is the police.
Oh, gotcha. Yes.
Because there's no reason to unleash that much.
Okay.
So the story is he was pulled over for a traffic violation. At some point, he pulled off. He did stop the car, but he took off running.
Mm-hmm.
The police, they said there was 8 cops, 7 white, 1 black, which I'm like, Jalen Walker.
Make that make sense.
No,
They said LAND. So they said the part that makes the story suspicious is that they say that the same cops who fired these 90 shots have been known for misconduct and lying about certain reports because they're saying that Jalen Walker fired a shot at them and that's why he shot. That's why they started shooting back. I don't care. Like, I highly doubt this is the case. I think that he took off running and y'all unleashed all the ammo possible on this man. And they said even when he fell dead, like when he fell to the ground and was laying face down, they were still shooting his body. This is ridiculous. And the fact that the morgue or wherever he went to removed 60 shells out of his body.
Show me him shooting them.
Right.
And all of a sudden the body cam is not accessible. So that means they're altering the footage to support the story.
This is my baby.
You can't really alter this footage. I'm gonna say that because
it can make things disappear.
My true aggravation with things like this is that things like this can be avoided if you hold people accountable. If these people have been doing wrong, where is the accountability? Where is the oversight that's pulling down punishment on them for the wrong that they have already done?
right.
So that even if they kept their job, they wouldn't want to continue doing it because the penalization would be so aggravating. That's one. 2. I think I'm cussing. What the fuck? Okay.
And we're canceling. This is part of what's in last podcast.
It's gonna get this show, guys.
It's happening that y'all is pulling. Why is 8 people chasing one person? That's
Because 8
one.
people showed up to the traffic stop.
8 people.
Initial
8.
traffic stop. 8 cops showed up to the initial
8.
traffic stop.
Amherst
I need that back.
Amherst police don't.
I need more.
To pull over, number one,
Right.
for a traffic stop, speeding, whatever the case may be, being driving while black, whatever. What transpired in this moment
Negroes
to yield another 8 to pull up,
Right.
to even
have this
That's
altercation.
probably why he put it on. Because of the 8 other cops.
Because
Like,
they said when a cop
I
literally
felt the
Hey, listen, 8 other cops, only 4 cars.
right.
Too much.
For sure.
So, but what is happening here, and why did we pull off again? Like, and I'm not knocking.
Not saying what they did was right,
Right,
but what prompted him to pull off?
right.
You get what I'm saying? Like a normal traffic stop, I'm not pulling off without reason. You get what I'm saying? Like,
I hear you.
Unless
But
you're
this
doing it,
right. Unless I'm doing wrong. Which
because they
could
said
be a
like at the
possibility.
traffic stop, like so when they went to pull him over, it was 8 cops. So it wasn't just
So-
one cop
so they-
pulled him over.
Where's the story? I need to read this properly.
They pulled him over.
CNN.
So they pulled him over what? It was 8.
It was 8 cops, so it was 4 cops.
So then the question is
That pulled him over.
if it's a traffic stop,
Why did they need?
I'm
4
assuming
cops?
that there's a cop in the cut, caught you,
Right,
pulled you over.
right.
What are the odds of doing something wrong with 4 cop cars simultaneously being in a row?
Rita said they knew he was black and called for more officers to show up on the scene.
But this is
So he put over by 1 and then called more officers to the scene.
but this is my thing because I live in Buffalo, I live in a racist place. Unless a cop drives by, he ain't turning around and coming with the other cop there neither. You know what I'm saying? And
No, that's not true, because I've been pulled over before and 3 cop cars that have been driving by have stopped me.
but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I said. Cops' cars was driving by and stopped. 4 cop cars didn't pull me over. It wasn't all at once.
I feel like there's more to this story.
Right.
The reason why I said that is because of the fact, like, they say traffic stop, but was y'all legit looking for somebody?
Right.
Because they said
For
officers,
something.
they pulled up a traffic violation on him, so he already had one
So,
traffic
okay, stop.
violation on
They
record.
pulled up a traffic violation
No, so
After they pulled him over.
after they pulled him over.
Because you had to put me over.
yeah.
Right,
So
so
they
the question
pulled up
is,
the traffic
why are you
violation.
pulling me over?
Right.
Right.
What has transpired?
But you pulled me over.
Yesterday, I was downtown Clinton,
Sure.
and I watched, I got to text my wife, I watched 8 cop cars fly down Clinton. Now, I don't know where they were going, they were flying down, but fume turns,
Into the city.
like going like towards like Bailey, but going out.
Gotcha.
They were fume. There's a reason
Right.
why 8 of these cars are flying to a scene.
Right.
But what was done, aggressive, because the white man keeps surviving every time it's a stop.
Yeah, no, he's not. The thing is, we're not saying that he's flawless in this
So
situation.
I understand.
Taking
Right.
off running,
Right. That's just.
not a good idea.
But
In this
then-
current
But
climate,
then if he's
not a-
running,
But
he's not a threat to you.
Right.
He's running from you.
right. Which we had this issue.
Sorry.
Which we had this issue before.
Right.
When Walter Scott ran and got shot in the back.
Yeah.
He wasn't he ain't had no gun. He wasn't posting at you. He was running away from you. And y'all shot him in the back. Same thing.
And was this guy armed? Was he unarmed?
They,
Right,
the
you don't
police,
know.
they're saying that the police that are doing this story are known for making up certain
But
stories.
and this
So
is
they're
my-
saying that he fired a shot at them.
this is my problem. though.
Here's my thing. Even in the case, if there's when the body cam, if they release the body cam, even if he fires one shot at you,
90 shots.
90 shots
Oh,
is excessive.
Mind you, as a police officer, you have to write paperwork for every single one of the police you shot, and have to write why you shot that reason.
And when he went to the ground, there was no reason to keep firing into his body. And they said when he was brought to the morgue, he was on his stomach and handcuffed. So after you fired 90 shots in, 60 shots into
you
the
handcuffed the dead guy.
you handcuffed the dead guy and brought him to the morgue.
Put him in your car.
I got problems with it. Nothing that a black man possibly could have done warrants 90 shots.
I
It doesn't.
If he got out the car with a chopper, got you. I ain't even mad.
90.
But he got out and ran.
Right, he got out of the rain.
Right,
My issue is,
Exactly. Something isn't right.
I don't care what he did. And
don't
because
worry.
one, the news is gonna push it that he.
How many
they gonna
shots?
push- They gonna
How
push
many
him.
shots?
They gonna push him being a bad dude.
But no, let's
Just
go back
over,
though.
just over the traffic stop or whatever, and that's not something I want to hear. I don't care about that. Because that has nothing to do with the situation.
But let's go back to Buffalo. How many rounds did they put in that Jeep?
But he was shooting.
He was shooting.
He was legit shooting. I'm here to eliminate a threat. I'm gonna shoot you 90. I'm gonna shoot at you 90 times.
Right.
That's a
Because it
fact.
said-
If we
it said-
exchange it,
But look, how many rounds is that?
That man.
It says,
That's
one
over
thing
100
has
shots.
come to view. Walker was struck more than 60 times by bullets fired by police who in total fired some 90 rounds at him.
So nice. You're not even sure.
Akron police were obligated to point out that the cops are frequently caught lying about their use of force. Have said that gun was fired from Walker's car.
That is BS. Not for all that. Not for all that. Especially you shot, even if he shot at you. The fact that he got 60 bullets in him.
Yeah.
That's overly.
That's overkill.
That's overly.
Like, and then my thing is, so if you were shooting to take him down, firing into his body after he's down, that's a hate crime. I'm sorry, it's a hate crime, and people are gonna say, well, it's not a hate crime because it was one black guy.
He hated that nigga.
That was a cop.
He hated himself too, so it's a hate crime.
It can still be considered a hate crime, except that the cops were white, and you could have had one jigaboo. Let's just be honest.
Yeah, let's keep it a bean.
So I'm deferring as the story continues
that
to unfold.
Need to get it too.
As the story needs to unfold, we definitely will be reporting on it to his family. The Walker family. We definitely praying for you in this time. He should not have went that way.
It shouldn't have
ended that way. And I really hope that these cops are called to justice. When we get back, local news and our final thoughts. Big Frank in the morning. Let's go. Let's get it.
I'm so mad now.
No, we're not gonna have a radio station after you. After this is our last broadcast. Because you done dropped the B word on here. You done dropped the F word on here.
I am so mad. I am here. I was patient.
No, because you're angry and you're very.
I'm so mad right now.
The result in you dying, and then we.
Oh, I'm so mad.
Listen.
So mad. Oh Lord, I need you to take this.
Buffalo police officer
Take this.
cannot safely kill somebody unarmed.
Take
a cop in our city cannot safely get away with.
Take this from me, Lord. Take this anger from me, I am.
Buffalo's too small.
I am. I am this nonsense. Listen. Last time you said, by the way. So, yo. This is way.
It's the excessive.
Way worse.
For me, it's the excessiveness. It's the fact that you legit, if he fired at you, it's ADO. 2 shots, boom, boom, take him down.
When he dropped,
that should have been the end of it.
My thing is, at least in New York City, police firearm in New York City only holds 2 bullets. Even if all 4 of them shot all 2 bullets, somebody reloaded them.
oh yeah, had to.
Yeah. And it's like I said, you kept shooting at a dead body.
Which don't make no.
Because after 60 shots, a person is dead. Like there's no way they're not. And the fact that as soon as he dropped, you kept shooting.
Right.
It's not like he got up and continued to run with crackhead strength. It's like literally he dropped to the ground face down, and then you felt the need to handcuff him to bring him when you brought his body in.
You handcuffed him to make it seem like to
make it seem like it's your job.
Like this.
You couldn't even have the decency to probably call the ambulance and put him in a
right.
That's crazy. He showed up at the morgue handcuffed on his leg.
Yeah.
That means that they handcuffed him and put him in the car.
In the corners.
Yeah.
They handcuffed him, put him in the car, and drove.
Legit.
Like this, I found out about this story last night, which explains like why I was overly sensitive last night. But this is grieving my spirit because, and I was having a conversation with one of my sisters last night. I said the fact that the country still fails to acknowledge these cases of genocide on Black people.
Crazy.
Like it's like, oh, genocide is this number of people killed at the same time. No. Holocaust was a couple of years. Like, what is going on is a wipeout of a certain race, which is considered genocide. It is genocide. And the government keeps not calling it genocide. And I'm like...
And their excuse is that it's really hard to really say that it's because there has to be excessive. And my thing is, I don't know how much more
excessive we gonna
I
get.
don't know how much more excessive
you want an answer for something. If I'm in power, I'm not going to show my hand and cut my hand off. So if you're waiting for the government to identify the fact that, oh, we're killing off black people because they're becoming the majority of us, and they're getting some power, I'm not going to. I give you some treats to make you pacify what you're going through.
We'll give you Juneteenth as a legal holiday.
Right.
But like I was just meeting with the federal government has come to offer resources. Great. I hear y'all talking.
Yeah.
But to verify that it gets to us is a different situation. Just you put your name on something don't mean anything. So if you're waiting for the system to reveal to you how the system works and expose itself, it's not going to.
Oh no, it's not waiting of a system. It's like, I think like what people are complaining about is the fact that you keep debating that it's not.
It's not at this point, like, to debate it's pointless.
Because it's like we're demanding justice as you gave retribution to the Jewish people for the Holocaust.
That you wasn't there for.
That you wasn't there.
You want to do that?
As you keep giving justice to the Hutus and the Tutsis, when that whole genocide happened,
they're not black. Let me help you. They're not black. We can run to Ukraine, help them because they're white, and they're not running to Haiti in its struggle because they're black.
Right.
You are a black threat to this earth and this land. It's valid. It is proven. Now there's an attempt to wipe you out. It's an attempt to break down the family. It's an attempt to demasculate the black man, to destroy us. The system has been designed to keep us out and keep us down. What's required now is not another debate, not another conversation. If y'all go
take up arms,
shut up, and begin to manage yourself and be the threat that they call you to be. What we celebrate at the end of the year? Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
Cooperative economics. 24/7. Non-stop.
Yeah.
Bargaining. We need to be self-sufficient.
Right.
We talk about Black Wall Street because it was a threat.
Yeah.
They shut it. So give them something to destroy and make them want to destroy it over and over again because we're not going to stop. Right. But as long as we are listening to the system and we keep fighting, having debates and conversations, and we're not changing our behavior, it's going to continue. And like Daniel said earlier, if you're not going to put pressure on them, Malcolm X movie is the only movie, but it's real.
Yeah.
When they got Malcolm, the Nation of Islam stood across the street. Stood there.
Yeah.
We not disciplined to stand.
We stand in our house.
Like we want to complain about it, but police the police. Put not just record, put pressure on them. Everywhere y'all go.
Legit.
Where y'all at? Now y'all just got a black lieutenant. Where we at?
Let's go.
What? I know y'all people in blue stay true to you.
Everybody be happy and be like, no.
No.
You start holding everybody.
Everybody accountable.
Everybody needs to be held.
Everybody.
Because even with the whole thing with you good. We're
real aggressive right now.
Angry because even with the thing with Malcolm X, the community knew who killed Malcolm X and hid it and let this dude become a community member, like a huge. Oh, he was a huge asset to the community. Gave him a royal funeral to the point where he was carried out, gold glass joint, horse buggy, everything. And the person who spent his whole life discovering who killed Malcolm X, when he got close, found out, like, yo, this is the person. Person died, unfortunately, before he got to him. But the whole community knew. Oh, well, we just don't talk about that. You just need to leave that alone. We just not going to say nothing.
Right.
We going to just keep it. Why you keep crying? Why you they going to kill you? Why? No, because he was trying to get it. He was trying to get an answer.
I was going to say, Frank, where did she go?
Right. That's right. No, facts. Because what I'm tired of people doing is taking a snippet of a thing and trying to destroy it and not say the duration of the thing.
Right.
Because you say that now, and the question is, where are you going to be at with your police officers in your city? What's the step? What's the step up next for y'all? Don't come talking trash,
and then you ain't
stay long enough to figure out how passionate we are about what's happening. Miss me with all that. Download the app, but miss me with all that.
Yeah.
Sharita said many Black Americans have become complacent as we have gained more education and upward mobility. Many think we have arrived and have disconnected from the community and helping one another.
And I get upset, but I can't throw a tantrum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, so dropping the F bomb?
No.
I was playing with you.
I can get upset. I can't throw a tantrum. My aggravation is that we can grow, but we refuse to grow in the places where we were first playing at. That's where I can be angry at. But I can't throw a tantrum because I need you to be great.
Yeah.
Regardless of where you at, I need you to be great.
Facts.
No matter where the concrete is, I need you to be great.
Because let's just be honest, you know, the most educated person on earth right now is a Black woman. They've done the studies, and Black woman educates most educated person on here. On this earth right now is a Black woman. Second in that is a black guy. And the problem is, yes, we're getting this education, we are defying the odds, we're doing all this. But even with that, you know, like they was like, oh, this is a once in a lifetime situation with the Black. And there's actually been, I think, 3 or 4 Black millionaires who have eradicated the debts of students in the last couple of years.
Oh yeah.
Cool. He's creating a norm. Because the first person who did it publicly, because there's been other people doing it, the first billionaire who did it publicly created a norm. So now more people are stepping up to create the norm. The question is, who's creating the next norm? Because at this point, 90 bullets, I'm pissed, 90 bullets should not have been fired at a Black man. 60 bullets should not have been taken out of a dead body. And the problem is, yes, we're trying to break down the system, but at the same time, in some ways, you're trying to manipulate a system.
You're not going to break the system. You got to create your own. Because the system has been established on the backs of us for real. The system has been designed. America is as great as it's been as a country. Yeah. The foundation has been set at our demise. So therefore, when you try to break the system, your 10 years, 80 years of living doesn't compare to the 1700s, the 1800s of the trauma, of the foul play and behavior. They came in destroying land and building on the less than.
It's accurate, but like this, and then this also come back with other things. Like we spend so much time, and white people still see you as a burden to the white man, but the white man can't survive that.
Can't survive.
And James Baldwin said it best. He was like, black people should just not leave, but if black people make their own thing, you know what I mean?
Bro,
it's still, no matter how great it will get, no matter how good it will get, the white man will find a way to come and circumvent from it because he can't survive without a black person.
Legit.
So one way or another, so it's like no matter what, we're gonna have to deal with white people. The thing is, and this is where they come in, is that in dealing with all this in the strain, you know what I mean? Like Frank said, if people need to start holding each other accountable.
Yeah.
Because if we don't hold no one accountable, people are gonna do whatever the freak they
Now I'm gonna pause it for 30 seconds because I say this all the time. If you're gonna hold them accountable, you better hold George accountable too. Right. Because what y'all not gonna do is blame them for everything, and not address what's happening in your house, in your home, your backyard with your cousin.
Right.
No, I get poverty, I get the system, I get the struggle, I get all that. But you gonna have to deal with the system and deal with those who shooting for real.
That's a fact.
You're gonna deal with both sides. It's not a one-side situation.
You cannot be mad at the cops and not be mad at the niggas in your house.
And I get 90 shots is excessive. We're not talking about a one scenario. You know overall, you know who's selling drugs, you know who's shooting.
Right.
Welcome to 576 Radio. We in the conversation. We in it. You know some of the people in the family who is doing things foul. You know, somebody said recently that this is Matt Random, that
that's not true.
Some of the people are dying because a woman ran into a man and told him some stuff
Right.
about some stuff.
Y'all women out here setting people up without setting people up.
So like,
yeah,
we need to address what's happening in our yards, for real.
Absolutely.
And make sure that we are pushing to be best. There's no reason why my son or my kid or my nephew should still be looking at the drug game as the greatest hustle. Where's my real estate at? Where's my business? Where's my success? Where's the legacy?
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna say this, you may not like me. I'm tired of broken people yelling at the system, but you ain't changed your mindset personally. Yeah, you can shoot the blame all day out here, and rightfully so. But what you doing about you where you at?
Can't hold anyone accountable who you don't have a relationship with. I feel like
I disagree.
No, and I was gonna say, this is my thing.
That's exactly what Felicia, that was the strongest
I'm
agreement.
about to keep it a whole being.
Mindset.
You have a relationship with everything.
Facts.
The fact that you live in that community, you have a relationship with anything that happens in that community.
Absolutely.
The fact that the police are policing you and they are over you, you have a relationship with the police. You don't have to talk to the police to have a relationship with the police. No. The police have a relationship with you because if you go wrong, they're gonna follow you. Or if you or somebody else going wrong to you, they're supposed to come, right? Right. You have a relationship with everybody and everything that's around you.
Right. And I feel like when I say I can hold a person that I'm not related or don't have a relationship with accountable, if you have a role in a position of power and you're abusing it and you're not using it for the betterment of the community, as a community member, I have the right to hold you accountable. I don't know you personally. I don't necessarily have a relationship with you, but you're in power and you're in position and you're not doing right. So I have the right to hold you accountable.
You really use that as an Uber driver. People get in my vehicle.
And they have the right to hold you accountable for the way you're doing.
But also vice versa. That brief moment,
yeah,
I have influence for whatever it is they're going through. You know, it's not all churchy, whatever, but it's just life in general.
Right.
But I got to have that same boldness to be like, yo, cuz, I know you out here doing this. I know you out here for your family trying to fight. We got to find different means and methods. We'll try this, try that. I don't have to have the relationship.
She said yes, but we have to come with power. Power is a relationship, if that makes sense. It's either power or money.
What's crazy is we got the money.
We
don't know how to use the power.
We got money. We keep giving it Alibaba.
We keep.
I'll even say this.
You only got 7 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes.
We need power. We say we need power. We need money. Yeah, those things are extremely important. You know what I mean? But holding somebody accountable isn't necessarily money and power all the time. Sometimes holding somebody accountable is going, as Frank doesn't say a lot, it's going to community meetings. It's going to Congress meetings. You know what I'm saying? It's going when City Hall is having these things or whatever. It's going because they're free. The issue that we have is not that we don't want to use money or power. The issue that we have is that we don't want to make time.
Solutions is across the country, the people do not have power, therefore we are in a one-sided relationship with our elected. The only reason why that narrative is almost kind of true is because the lack of unity causes
that. I was just about to say,
unity comes together, when unity comes together, there will be power. And it's not even necessarily across the country. If unity happened in Buffalo past the top 10,
come on.
If the momentum to keep doing outreach, keep doing things for the community, if this keeps happening a year, 5 years from now, Buffalo is going to be a very powerful place. The point is, unfortunately for us, it took this situation to bring the community together, and that's what's keeping it together. But at the same time, there are states and countries and cities where the cities are united. And they are coming against their officials. So I couldn't say across the country. I'm not going to say that as a blanket statement and say that there is, once we get all on one accord, but it starts city by city, state by state.
It starts street by street. What y'all doing? Yo, back in the day, bro, I used to know everybody on the street.
That's a fact.
Drug dealer, everybody.
Everybody. From corner to corner.
Right.
But let's be honest, like on my street now, the people when I first moved into there,
Well,
it's a different group of people. Like the Arabs have taken over my street. There's a couple of trap houses, the Arabs, and one cop. Like that, like the consistency of neighbors, you know what I'm saying? Like I've had the same one neighbor basically the whole time I've been there. But the overtaking of my street has been the Arabs moving in, buying up all the property.
That's just
And you know, people like basically pushing it out. So you know, on Big Frank's birthday, while we're being very controversial, we're gonna say shout out to the birthday guy for holding down this radio station, for holding us down. You know, if you want to sew, $Fire 716, fire716radio@gmail.com for PayPal. You know, we getting ready to wrap up. Anybody got a final thought at this point?
Listen, at this point, no. My thing is, I say it all the time. If you're gonna hold them accountable, hold yourself accountable, us accountable as well, because it's a two-way street. I found love on the two-way street, but I lost it on the lonely. We need each other at this point. Okay, you got to have two. It's just two sides to this. You got to do it because what I don't like. I'm gonna call my name out. Don't make a statement, then not stay long enough to experience the come on because you wanted
you had smoke coming.
And I'm not gonna assume your heart intent. But you can't. It felt like you came at an angle, and I let you come at an angle, no problem. I told you to tune in, tap in. Now you stayed for 37 seconds, then you want to tag me into the post. But you didn't stay long enough. So did you don't talk trash without staying to do a whole duration. Because I'm tired of this is not to you, to the person who I'm talking about, this is for the community. To my people who consider themselves so conscious, but you're conscious to combat. Not educate, not learn, not find the in between the balance. You're ready to combat all the time. And that's half the reason why we're still not together. I don't mind information. I don't mind knowledge. I don't mind being challenged. I don't mind being pushed to be curious about a thing. But what you're not going to do is talk to me down and disrespect me, thinking I'm going to accept or receive you. You got to be a fool. Not saying it's you, but across the general, because we still divided.
Don't throw rocks and try to hide your hand.
Listen, facts.
Doctor saying it.
And that's serious. Because let me say this while I'm here. Because Sharita said something, the doctor said, a mindset. The Bible that I read talks about changing your mindset. But you want to find that as the white man's religion, do some more research, find out your basis, dig a little bit deeper. Okay? Go before 1611, dig deeper. Find out that before we were called Christian, that was a derogatory term. Find out about us for real. These are coming for us. Side note. But the Bible teaches us how to change our mindset, to live a life of royalty and success, how to prosper and to do well. How to be the head and not the tail, but only not beneath. But you want to take the 4 to 17 scriptures talking about slave and the mindset as a parable and try to shut us down. Shut up and miss me with all that. Why it's my birthday? I can be here, bro. But what it is,
out here half-free in scripture.
You know, because what it is right now, as I have been called to change lives, and the basis is the biblical take-up. It is the text, and that's my life, and it's the glory. And I'm realizing that the problem that we're having is God's been trying to change our mind so we can occupy a better place, another level of living, and begin to put pressure on people and things and hold each other accountable. But we still fighting each other. We still got issues with you and with me, with doctors, with shut up. Be open in revelation, get into the glory of God, experience Him for real, be educated. Dig deeper. That girl on the highway will piss me off a little bit. Because, and I'm not saying that it's really just her, but she represents the people for me who talk for a short second, but don't open themselves up to the conversation. So let me talk about the funny matter, borderline, what we do it in our homes.
Right.
Because I remember how many kids you got. We remember that he's like, all right, Big Frank can get messy. It's his birthday. We're getting out of here, y'all. It's been good. Y'all got some thoughts.
No, we good.
It's been good.
Fire 716. Big
Monday's a holiday. Y'all can enjoy your family. We won't be here Monday. All right, and we probably put a whole show up or something. But join us Tuesday. We're going down fire. So we'll talk your talk Tuesday, okay? Yeah. I'll let y'all. It's good. It's crazy. I get tossed in the sky like it's something.
Yeah.
Dang.
But no, I really was pissed off about that person.
Yeah, don't be coming on here. You don't want to talk.
Who is that?
I don't know. I think I know her, but I don't know. But it's the fact it's just not staying long enough.
Alicia, thank you for showing up.
It's Fire 716. Let's go.
It's Big Frank in the morning, Jay Cherie keeping it going. We got them hot topics, local news, and BGC flowing. We got Big Kev on the air, Dark Knight flying in here. It's Fire 716 and we rocking it here. Hey.
There. Left for a minute. I'm back.
Okay, so hey, it's so girl, I'm talking about you now.
I ain't ended yet.
All right, girl, listen. Tune in on Tuesday. I was talking trash. You should have been here because I was talking
Definitely should have been here.
No,
I just got to watch the last
Yeah.
Go back. It was really intense.
Please go back.